Scam artists are sucking so much money out of the United States and out of pockets of your neighbors. So we want to spend a few minutes talking with you about the warning signs. If you're a senior, it's what to watch for so you don't become a victim of a scam. If you're the family member of a senior, it's some of the signs that you can watch for to be sure your loved ones, your friends, your family are not becoming victims of these scams that are costing all of us so dearly. So let's start off. The top 3 scams that we see targeting seniors involve lottery scams, IRS scams, and the grandparent scam. First off, the lottery scam, it starts with a phone call or a piece of mail saying, "Congratulations, you've won a lottery. All you have to do is pay $20 and you will receive your winnings." So many people say $20 isn't anything. I can afford that, especially if there's a chance I'm going to get $1.5 million, which is the favorite dollar amount that a scam artist will promise in a foreign lottery. So if you are receiving a phone call telling you that you have won and that all you have to do is pay any amount in order to receive the winnings, that's the #1 red flag. This is a scam. If you're a family member and you see a lot of mail piling up in on a loved one's table in their mailbox, and those pieces of mail tend to be "Congratulations, you've won" in bright pink, bright yellow envelopes, that's a sign that your family member may be the victim of one of these scams. Because once you pay that first initial amount, $20, then the scam artists send a lot more requests for money. And the requests for money go up dramatically. So we have this one case that it started with one $20 request.
I guess it first started because I made a mistake and sent $20 in on a sweepstake. The next thing I heard was from a Samantha Baker telling me that I had won $350,000 from a sweepstakes, a Royal Star sweepstake.
You heard it right from the victim. $20 is all it started with. He ended up paying $43,000 to the scam artist and never received a dime in return. Never will receive a dime. But that's nothing compared to some of the other cases that we at Better Business Bureau have seen. Listen to this one woman, very upset. And we'll tell you how much she lost after you hear this phone call.
It is not your fault. So the people who talk to you, the people who call you all the time, they are highly experienced thieves. They know how to. They know how to play your emotions. They know how.
Then they threaten you. It's just like one guy that was supposed to be getting some money from Costa Rica down there where I'd sent some money in. And then when he called me this morning, and then he said, "Well, I'm going to get my money back." He was going to get this money from down there that was scammed. He said he's a government person, and I said, "Well, the only thing you've done, we've saved you money, a bunch of it, and we've got nothing." And he said, "Well, I'm going to get my money back." She said, "I'll go to the bank and take your Social Security out of the bank." That scared me. I mean, if he was going to do that to us.
Yeah, so they're threatening you.
Yeah, they are.
Family members tell us that she probably sent $150,000 of her life savings to the scam artists, and she has never seen, nor will ever see, any winnings. Foreign lotteries are illegal in the United States. You should never pay money up front in order to get any kind of a winning. And you can only win when you sign up for or play a lottery. But if you ever get a phone call from somebody saying you've won, all you have to do is pay, that's a major red flag. You're dealing with a scam. Next on the scam tour is the IRS scam. This involves somebody pretending to be the IRS or really any government agency. They're going to call, they're going to email, they're going to send a text message, or they could send snail mail. Usually though, they like the telephone. And they're going to tell you that your taxes have not been paid and that you need to pay immediately to avoid being arrested. There's also a version of this scam where the scam artist will say you're due a refund and the IRS couldn't find you, and so they just need a bank account number in order to deposit your refund. IRS or any government agency will never ever call you on the telephone telling you that your taxes are late or past due, or that you are owed a refund that they have not yet paid. That's number one red flag. If you have a family member that you fear is involved in this kind of a scam, let them know that you will never ever be asked by the real IRS to wire money. That's not the way the IRS works. They will send an official letter with some very specific language, and the text in that letter will be free of grammatical errors, one of the warning signs of a scam. So when it comes to the IRS scam, know that the government will never call you, especially call you out of the blue. The government is going to allow you time to make payment of taxes you legitimately owe, and you'll be able to work with people through that process. If you're ever told not to tell anybody that you've been contacted by the IRS, by one of these scam callers, major red flag, you're dealing with a scam. It's always important that you have conversations with folks. Call Better Business Bureau. Call your local Better Business Bureau and ask, hey, is this a scam? But no, rest assured, the federal government will never call you telling you that your taxes are delayed or that you are owed a refund. And on to the grandparent scam. The grandparent scam is simply a telephone call, and the person on the other end says, Grandma, Grandpa, it's me, your favorite grandchild, waiting for you to fill in the blank. Joey, is that you? Yeah, it's me, Joey. Joey, it doesn't sound like you. I know it doesn't sound like me because I'm in jail and I got in a fight, broke my nose. I was in an accident, my nose is broke, so it doesn't sound like me, but trust me, it is me. I'm in a lot of trouble and I need money. And that's the way the scam plays out. The scam artists are getting better and better at being more and more convincing through this process. Listen to what one lady told us on the telephone.
They said that he was in trouble. He was with classmates in New York. He'd had an accident and he'd broken his nose. And that to please stay by the phone. They even gave my husband this stupid case number. We immediately called our daughter. Said, no, he's 16, he's in school, he's a sophomore, he's in Indiana, he's here. So I called the police, I got another call. I took the call this time. Now it's an attorney who's going to represent our grandson in this accident thing. I told him, I said, you are a scam, and I am hanging up.
Fortunately, she did not fall for the scam, but so many people do. We've heard of stories, people walking into grocery stores to use the wire transfer service, $7,000 cash in hand, ready to send it, hoping that they can save a grandchild they think is in danger, but is really safe and sound. So in a case like this, we really encourage family members to have a conversation with loved ones. Listen, we're never going to call out of the blue asking that you wire transfer money or send money to us in some other way. And if we do, we're going to be very specific about our location, and we're going to share with you things that only you know about us. We're not going to call and say, please keep it a secret, I'm in trouble, because that's a favorite tact of the scam artist in the grandparent scam. They'll say, I'm embarrassed, please don't tell anybody, but please wire money immediately because I really need the help. That's all a red flag. You're dealing with a scam artist. So if you get a call that says it's a family member and that they're in trouble, or the attorney of a family member, or law enforcement somewhere around the world saying their family member is in custody, or a hospital somewhere around the world saying the family member is being treated, that's all part of the grandparent scam, different version. But if you get that phone call, hang up, call somebody you do know in your family and ask if the family member that is supposedly in trouble is okay. That's the best way to protect yourself in this, no matter what you're told on the telephone. And then don't feel a need to respond to the scam artist. Don't ask scam artists not to call you again. They are thieves. The only reason they're contacting you is to take your money. So when we think about these scams, the lottery scam, the IRS scam, and the grandparent scam, they all start typically with a phone call, something out of the blue. Number one, red flag. It comes with a request that you wire money or send money immediately. That's red flag number two. And number 3, they will usually use some form of secrecy. Don't tell anybody about this. That's red flag number 3. You're dealing with a scam. Keep your money and your identity safe, and always turn to Better Business Bureau at bbb.org.